Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Character Chats with the Butterfly Queen cast. I am Caitlin, and today I will be leading the interview, but I will also be being interviewed as the character Sam, and I use she, her pronouns.
My name is Connor. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Luca in The Butterfly Queen.
All right, great. So our first question is to tell us a little bit about who your characters are and what you like most about them. So I can start.
Sure.
I play Sam. Sam is Casey's high school sort of like one that got away crush. And her and Casey were like sort of friends throughout high school, but like they weren't really super close. At the start of sort of the plot, picking up in the movie, Sam is a medical student. She has left East Fletchburg, which is the town that Casey lives in. And yeah, she's a med student at like a really very prestigious university. And she's definitely going on to like do big and beautiful things. And what I really like about the character of Sam is like how I think unflappable she is. How like really confident, like you really can't mess with her, you really can't bring her down. She's just so super like secure in herself, and that's what I love most about her.
Dope. So Luca is a 16-year-old boy, and he lived in East Fletchburg way back in the day, and he was a bit of a loner, to be honest. He had one friend in the entire town, and that was Ash. The one person he could trust, he could tell anything to. And the only thing he loves more than hanging out with Ash was baseball. Like, oh my God, did he love baseball? He'd go out in the field, he'd run around the school as a kid, just throwing the ball around with his dad, whole nine. And what I like most about him is definitely his loyalty. He is a friend, through and through, trying times, thick and thin, almost to a fault. He'll help you figure out the problem if he can see that you're having one. He'll try to understand it, but he'll go so far as to move past it just to solve it. And he's kind of a lovable idiot sometimes.
Okay, so next one we'll start with you, Connor. What would your character miss most about the outside world if he was quarantined?
Oh, definitely the freedom. Definitely, hands down. He's the type of guy to just walk around town and say hi to everyone he meets, or just go to his dad's shop or something like that, or even the baseball. He would go hang out with Ash if he could. I mean, being trapped at home in such a small town is like soul crushing almost, even if it's a town you love.
Yeah, no, I felt similarly for Sam. I feel like she would like really miss being able to like go out and see people, because I feel like she's just such like a friendly, open person that like this social aspect would be really what she misses. But also sort of like feeling motivated to get stuff done. Like I also think that she's like very like into her work, so she would be like very cut off from the things that she enjoys most. All right, moving right along. What are you most excited about digging into as an actor? I think for Sam, what I'm most excited about digging into is sort of the sense that there's this sense of normalcy that she has about her in a world of characters and like events that are very chaotic and very messy and not always clear. Yeah, all the characters are like going through periods of change, whereas Sam is sort of juxtaposed with that. Like she's been through her period of change. She knows exactly who she is, and she's very content with where she is. So I'm really excited to sort of like dig into the contrast with Sam and the other characters.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
With Luca, what I'm most excited to sort of delve into is his sort of like the earlier aspects of his relationship with the people in the town, and specifically Ash, because they do have a deep, rich history that we don't really get to see. And so to explore that as an actor might give me more of like an insight into how he would handle certain situations, how he would think about certain things, and generally just the mindset of someone from that time period, from that place, and sort of just in a way, I guess, just sort of put myself more into that character than I can, and sort of take from their experience as well as putting my own into the character.
Yeah, because your character like exists a little bit in the past compared to everyone
Yeah.
else, right? So that's
Yeah,
like
no,
cool.
it's crazy. I mean, it's almost like I mean, it's a completely different generation, but as well, you have to explore the other aspects of society that we may not take for granted that were huge deals back then.
Oh yeah. Our last question
Mhm.
is describe your character with 3 adjectives and an inanimate object. Um,
Okay.
you want to go for it?
Sure, sure. How would I describe him? I would describe him as very genuine. I would describe him as reserved, you know, and the third one going back to the loyal.
Mhm.
So and there's something behind that. I think he's genuine in the sense that he's super nice. He's like one of the nicest guys in the world, but at the same time, it's almost to a fault. You know, he doesn't necessarily realize that there is such a thing as like too nice, or lack of understanding when you are trying to help someone, help a friend, help anyone. And it's almost like he's struggling. He wants so badly to help, to be that genuine guy, to be that nice guy, but at certain points you have to realize you can't help everyone, and he's at that point where he hasn't realized that yet.
Yeah.
And as far as the loyalty goes, that plays right into it. He's a true friend through and through, thick and thin, till the end. And you know and the reserved bit goes back to him being a bit of a loner. He's had some difficulties in school. He was never within with the crowd. He was always on the outside, like shunned away as people walked down the halls, or he turned the other corner just so we wouldn't have that awkward interaction when someone else walked by. So he's a very complex person.
Mm.
And as for the inanimate object, I think of him as a broken clock. He may not know what's going on most of the time, but a broken clock is always right twice a day.
That's so cool.
So at least he's got that going for him.
Yeah, awesome. So the 3 adjectives I would use to describe Sam
Yeah.
are confident, like I said before. She's very proud of her accomplishments, and she's not braggy about it, but she's also like not afraid to say that she's proud of herself and she feels
Mhm.
good about where she is in life. I think she's brilliant. She's very, very smart. I think a lot smarter than she maybe like lets on at first interaction. And not just like book smart, but also she can read people. Like she knows when people aren't saying as much as they want to say. Maybe not even like she knows what they're actually thinking, but she can tell when somebody's holding back. And then she's also very upfront.
Mhm.
I think that she is super clear about what she wants, super clear about what she's feeling.
Mhm.
Even if that sometimes like she can sometimes like hurt people by just how upfront she is, which kind of comes back
Right.
to bite her sometimes. But yeah, she's very, very upfront. And then the inanimate object that I had was like a very sleek black messenger bag, like
Okay.
something that like it's very utilitarian, but it's also very like put together and looks
Mhm.
very nice, and it's very organized. Like there's a lot of compartments in it. And I think that sort of like mirrors how she is. Like on the outside, she's very like put together, she's very sleek, but on the inside, like she's got a lot of stuff going on, and she's very like measured and organized in how she gets things done. And I also just
So
love the image of
interesting.
like, business lady walking down the street, messenger bag
Mhm.
over the shoulder, like really going
Oh
for it.
yeah. No, that's actually really cool. I hadn't even like thought about certain objects like that. I figured, like something with a little bit of meaning, sure, but that actually is very representative of a person as well. I hadn't like even considered the fact that those kinds of objects could even like be put into play. That's insane.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Awesome.
it. All right. So those are all the questions we had. So
Perfect.
we did it. All right. Well, thank
Yay.
you all for watching this, and we will see you on the next episode of Character Chats.
Bye.
Bye.